of the tripod won't stand up. Right, I'm not 100% happy with, so basically we've got new joists, 6x2s, they're going up to the rafters. Yeah, then we can lose all the temporary supports inside, so that's an exciting time. Right, how are we doing? It's 1 o'clock, just having a little stop and have a cup of coffee. Right, as you saw there, that was a bit of a drama. Just installing this other velux window. Starting to come through now. Broke the back of that really. 2 veluxes are in. Morning guys, how are we doing? It's Monday. I'd like to say it's Monday morning, but it's not. My name's Paul from 𝐾𝐨𝐤𝐤 Construction. We're carrying on again with another weekly episode of the tripod won't stand up. Right, week number 39. This is day 9 on the loft conversion hip to gable. If you watch the channel, you'll see last 8 days been a bit of a manic one, battling the weather. Steels in, flooring in, new ridge, up and overs. So today we had to go to another job, just do a few little bits, another little extra for the client, ripping out some damaged heating pipes, and the plumber's going there tomorrow, so we had to take the screed out and all that. So we're finishing off the rest of the day here. Been to 𝐵𝐺𝐻's, picked up a load of timbers to carry on. Just sort of tying up a few little loose ends today. Chris is going to get the little steel in, little spreader plate steel, which is there. Where the ridge beam bears down on the triple stud, it's above a window, so we're going to get that in, and I'm putting the gallows brackets in for the chimney as well, so I'll show you what I'm using. Normally I would use 12mm studs and chem fix it, but I haven't got any, so I'm going to give these a go. These are some concrete bolts. You literally just drill, I don't know what size it is, I think it's 10mm. And then you just fix that in. Normally they're concrete bolts, but this brick wall is so tough, and so the mortar is so tough, I think I'll be alright. So what I've done, I've marked out where my 2 holes are, and I started off with a 4 or 5mm SDS, and I've gone through, and I'm just going, if you try and drill a 10mm hole through that, it will slide all over the place. So little pilot hole, work my way up, so I go 4mm, 8mm, 10mm, 12mm, whatever I need to get up to, and then my hole should have a nice solid hole that hasn't blown the back out, and then I'll be able to get that fixing in there. So I'm going to get it in, see how strong it is. If it's all good, then I'll carry on do the other 2. Well, I might even get away with 1, and then I'll get that plate on and get some dry pack. Right guys, so I've drilled my holes. Half the fixes have held nice and tight, the other 3 I'm not 100% happy with. So right, yeah, as I was saying, them fixings haven't held too great, so I've dug out a couple of coach bolts. I had 120mm coach bolts, 12mm, and I just locked the end off it, span the nut on it, and I've chem fixed them. So just show you, get my light on. When you're chem fixing, just make sure that your hole is 2mm bigger than the bolt that you're using. Pump loads of resin in, make sure, use the puffer, get yourself one of these, it's like an air puffer, put that in the hole, puff all the shit out, make sure it keys to it properly, and that's that. So I've got 3 gallows brackets on there, all on the cheeks of the wall, on the strongest point. I've got a 10mm plate to go across, and then I'll dry pack on top of that plate. So right, what's up guys? Tuesday morning, we're back to the 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞 loft conversion in Billericay. One of those mornings, where do I start? So I met Scotty the chippy over Ramsden, dropped a few bits out for him, do some skirting to finish off the timber work inside, but the plaster hadn't quite dried, so we're going to give it 24 hours. So we pulled the plug on that. He knows what he's doing, had a bit of a run through, so we're going to carry on tomorrow. Andy and Chris were coming here. Andy had a flat battery this morning, valve wouldn't start, and he lives like, I don't know, 500 yards away, so that was another ball ache. I was going to stay at Ramsden this morning and change a few broken tiles from the renderer, so I come back to here, and now we're just getting started. So let's take you in. I was doing that gallows bracket when I yesterday. So I took the props out, done the bolts up, put the plate in. Just needs a little bit of dry pack under that. That's good to go. This wall's going to get dubbed out with some timber and 2 layers of sound block insulation, so that'll get lost in. We may just have to do a little frame around that bottom of those gallows, just where they stick out. And that is that. Happy days. So the next task, getting the floor joists through, all noggined out. And then Chris has cut a load of these ones, 850s. We're going to come in, web of this steel and onto that front section there. So get that in, and we've got a nice solid platform to work off. Move some of this stuff out of our way, and then we'll start coming through with these rafters, 6x2s. Oh, and the velux windows have arrived as well, so shout out to Condell, 3-day turnaround and cheapest online for velux windows. Right guys, we're pretty much done for the day, so just show you how we got on. I'll start with this front section. So just coming through, basically we've got new joists, 6x2s, they're going up to the rafters. The existing ones, you need to run another 6x2, or as per the spec, down the side just to strengthen them up. So rather than going down all the way to the plate, we're stopping them about 400, 500, 600 mil over the dwarf wall, and then when we build that up plumb, we'll notch around it, and that will all lock it into place. So that just makes life a little bit more easier. The only issue with that is there's no support at the bottom until that wall's in place, so you have to make sure you prop everything as you go along. So as you can see, temporary props all the way along, the hip's been propped. So yeah, if it was summer, or if I had a temporary roof, I'd probably just pull that section of roof off and just replace it. It would be a lot easier, but it does save, I suppose, the fascia, soffit fascia, and the tiles. Also, Chris has finished off the floor joists, 8x2s, notched into the web of the steel, and at the minute we've just tacked them with a nail gun into the front of that dormer. And then what we'll do is we'll bolt through that, put 2 bolts into it, M12 bolts, just to strengthen it all up. Keep the building inspector happy. Right, what's happening guys? Hope you're well. The day's pretty much done. It's Wednesday, didn't get a chance to jump on over here. I'll give you a little walk round, let you know how the lads got on. I was over Ramsden, I met Scotty over there, the chippy, getting the skirtings round, the window boards, having a bit of a tidy up, changing a few broken tiles, what else, a little bit UPVC trim, some silicone, stuff like that. Come back over here just after lunch, about 1:30. So the boys have finished off framing out the second velux window, or the third velux window, but the second 780, 980, and then carried on with the 6x2 rafters. Got doubles either side of the veluxes, doubles top and bottom. That's ready for hangers. And then started setting out for this little dwarf wall through with a laser. A little bit awkward that is, because you've got to put a little, well, you don't have to, but if you're going to do it, I would advise you to do it this way. Notch out a bird's mouth over the plate. Don't just fix a plate on top of it and cut the angles. Building inspectors don't really like that. They prefer it to look like that. It locks it all in better as well. So that's pretty much right. What's happening, guys? Thursday morning, sun's out, guns out. I'm going to start getting on this roof. Andy and Chris are inside, carrying on with the dwarf wall, sorting out the veluxes, getting the hangers on it, and they're going to get the ceiling joists through to strengthen all that. Yeah, then we can lose all the temporary supports inside, so that's exciting times. I'm going to start felting battling this roof. How are we doing? It's 1 o'clock, just having a little stop, and have a cup of coffee and a sandwich and that. And then we're going to crack on. Excuse me. So battening's done. Just got a little bit to do outside of that window, so I'm pleased that's all on now. That is, well, probably 90%, 95% watertight, I'd say, relying on the felt, which is good. This afternoon I'm going to hopefully get that velux window in and try and square the tiles off up there, and then I'm fairly confident that that's watertight. Have a quick look inside. The lads have done the dwarf wall and they're just coming through with the ceiling. So once that ceiling's on, that's fully self-supporting. Right, so velux windows going in, and then once that flashing kit goes on, I can tile up between the two, and then the crossover of old felt to new felt is all done then. So I know that this building is pretty good, pretty watertight, and I can just work my way through. Tomorrow, Monday, I always take the velux window out of the frame. It just makes it lighter and easier to manoeuvre about. You can pass it through the hole as well at an angle. Get that set, do all your flashings, the window then don't get in the way, and then from inside just lift her in. Happy days. So I'm going to get on that now. You need to make sure that the window's nice and level and nice and square. So there's a few different ways of doing it. You can measure down off the ridge, you can measure up from the fascia, put a laser inside. The window frame's square anyway, so you can run the laser and put it on the bottom, and that'll tell you. So if you're opening your frame is a little bit out, you can just manipulate it and square it all off. So whatever you do on this one, you want to keep them all the same. Right, as you saw there, that was a bit of a drama. It's hard to tell on the old time lapse. You know, I never remember which way round they go, and I obviously run out and do it from the outside. But have a little look. So we've got one there, 780, 980, same there. That'll be in the bedroom. And then you've got a 550, 780 above the stairway well. This is a design and build one. We took on the whole thing on this job. So our architect, engineers, and the build. So happy days. I can't show you inside, it's all sheeted up. Boarded up, sorry. But I'll get in them in the morning. Morning, guys, how we doing? It's Friday, the week is nearly over. It's going to be a good day today. We've got the works to do tonight over at Barleylands. So they got like a different event every year. This year's electric dance or something it's called. They got like entertainment, 3-course dinner, cocktail bar. Right, literally just working our way through. I've not knocked it up like screed. I've done it a little bit wetter, a bit like roofer's muck, just because I want it to key a little bit better. Where you've only got a sort of, what, 6-inch trench there. A bit worried it will stay loose. It is only having carpet here, so I'm not too concerned about it structurally. If it was tiles, then I'd probably play it a little bit different. I probably would have liked to have taken the whole floor up, but budget in mind, that's gone down. I'll give it a little sponge finish, or a little brush finish, just before we leave. Just take all the higher spots off, all the snots off, all the slag off, and then that's us. Head back over to the loft conversion. Right, how we doing? So I'm just over the loft conversion, just installing this other velux window. So just a couple of things to note. I always like to put a little strip of felt, so do like an apron going under the tiles and then overlap the side flashing coming round all the way around. I don't use that collar that they come with, that's effectively the same as that, because I think they're expensive for what they are, so I just always do that as a secondary barrier. It's a 45-degree pitch, so you won't have any worries anyway of it getting in. But these tiles are worked out half tile, full tile, all the way up. And on that side, that wasn't a fluke. I slightly manipulated the tiles to jiggle it about, so maybe 5mm off bond here, but it's only in between the windows. When we get up there, we're back on bond. So right, there we have it. 2 veluxes are in, no dramas at all. The only drama really is getting the old glass in, getting the frame in. So just got to put it in upside down, swing it in. Happy days. Right, we are done. Just gone free. Time to get shit showered, shaved, and ready to go out. Let's have a quick catch up. So starting to come through now. Broke the back of that really. 2 veluxes are in, so I need that last rafter on these ladders, which are already cut back ready up to that ridge for the soffit and the fascia, and then I can just carry on through with this, get that last one in, and then I'll just offer the soffit and fascia, or the fascia underneath the tiles when they're on. So that'd be good to square that off, so as you sort of client pulls in and then they see it, it looks finished from the front. This side all needs to go. Put the boards on it, put the felt on it. Try and show you inside. Stud walls being formed. Cut the veluxes there, look. Ceiling's all on, that back wall's coming along. So yeah. Anyway, get over to Instagram tonight. We're going to be on the old works do, dicking around, keeping it sensible. And that's it from us. So take care, guys. I'll see you on Monday.